Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today I'm filming my December TBR. So what am I going to read for the month of December? Now I am flying to Las Vegas for Christmas, so I've got 2 plane rides ahead of me and we've got the Christmas holiday coming up. So I feel like this TBR is going to be kind of big, but I think I can handle it because of all the downtime I'm going to have. Thank God. So the first book that I have on my December TBR is Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. Now this is the first book in the second trilogy in her entire realm of the Elderlings. I read the Farseer trilogy as my first Robin Hobb jaunt into her world, and Robin Hobb single-handedly brought me out of my reading slump for 2017. This is the first book of the Live Ship Traders trilogy, and I want to read it in December because I mentioned before that I'm not the biggest fan of pirate books, so I want to just kind of rip off the band-aid. I don't want to put this off to 2018 because it could be so easy to just be like, no, let's just put off the Live Ship Traders trilogy until 2018. No, I don't want to do that, and like I said, I have 2 plane rides ahead of me, and this is nice and compact that can easily travel with me. The next book on my December TBR is Uprooted by Naomi Novik, and I am so pumped for this book. This is an adult standalone fantasy book. I'm really thrilled to have a standalone fantasy. I need more standalone fantasies in my repertoire because I can get like really sunk into series, and sometimes they just take up too much time. So I'm super pumped about this one. There's a ton of really good recommendations on this story as well. And I like the fact that it takes some influence from some Slavic folklore, and it's not like a straight retelling of certain fairy tales because I'm not a real big fan of retellings. I feel like this is going to give me like the fall vibes that I have been missing for the month of November because I live in Texas and it doesn't really get to fall. So this is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. My next book that I have chosen for my December TBR is Moloka'i, written by Brennert. So, surprise, surprise, I am Hawaiian and I've never read Moloka'i. So anyways, I've put this book off for far too long, but I think I'm ready to give it a try because I want to read more books that are not Western influenced. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Hawaiian history, it's actually a very, very turbulent history, and it's kind of one of those like dark blemishes on the United States that people don't really talk about. One of the things that is a part of that dark history, Hawaii had a leper colony in Kalaupapa in the island of Moloka'i. The story for me just sounds too good to pass up, and I can't wait to read it for December. My next pick for my December TBR is Soulless by Gail, Carriger. And the tagline right at the top, it says, a novel of vampires, werewolves, and parasols. That's all I really needed to know. I really wanted to read more witch books, and I didn't actually have that many on my shelf, so I went ahead and picked this one up. This one looked really interesting because one of my 2018 goals is to kind of get away from some of the more traditional fantasy books that I wind up reading all the time, and this one had just like a really cool modern twist. So this one is on my December TBR. I think it'll be a really quick, fun read right before the holidays. Up next, I have 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. For those of you who don't know, this is a story about 3 triplets who are all heirs to the throne, but really only one of them can be queen, so they're kind of forced to kill one another. That's some dark stuff right there. So again, this one I think will be a really quick read. It's considered young adult, and those ones usually don't take me that long. So again, I've got a lot of downtime coming up with the December Christmas holidays right around the corner. So 3 Dark Crowns, I'm really looking forward to this book. Another book that I don't actually have in my hands yet, that is The Disappearance of Winter's Daughter by Michael J. Sullivan. I'm a huge Michael J. Sullivan fan. I've talked about him time and time again, and I participated in a Kickstarter campaign for the launch of this book, and so that one should be coming to my mailbox very, very soon. It's the 4th book in his Bay Area Chronicles series. It follows 2 thieves for hire and the kind of stuff that they get up to. He writes very fast-paced, funny fantasy, and I think if you're trying to dip your toes into fantasy, Michael J. Sullivan is a really great place to start, because he doesn't take forever to get to the point, and any one of the books in his Bay Area Chronicles can be read as a standalone novel. So you don't have to have the whole gigantic backstory of anything that he has written from before to be able to enjoy the piece that he has written in front of you. Now granted, if you've read and you've kept up with all of his Rhaeria Revelations and Rhaeria Chronicles, he kind of plants little Easter eggs here and there throughout the story, but again, the whole story is meant to be enjoyed for those of you who have not experienced his books before. So I'm super excited for that one. That one's The Disappearance of Winter's Daughter. My next book that I don't actually have in front of me is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and that one is my next queue up on my Audible, and that one I'm going to be listening to mostly because Jim Dale is narrating that one. That one should keep me occupied while I drive to work. From what I know about it, it's this circus, this magic circus, and the people, I believe, everybody kind of goes there to showcase their skills, and the circus is a very major character component to this story. To be honest, I'm mostly just picking it up because Jim Dale is narrating it, and Jim Dale narrated all the 7 Harry Potters, and I love him, and I've been struggling with some of my Audible reads just because the choice of narration hasn't been that great, so I wanted someone to kind of pick me up back out of that slump, and Jim Dale is just the guy to do it. And then, of course, the final book on my December TBR is Gemina. It is the second book in the Illuminae files. I've just posted my review of Illuminae. I loved it, gave it 5 stars, and so I definitely have to pick up the second book and read it before the end of the year. So this is on my December TBR as well. Hopefully it'll be as quick of a read as Illuminae was, because as you can see, my December TBR got very long without my I didn't realize how long it was until I started describing all the books. But like I said, I've got a couple plane rides ahead of me. I think I'll be okay. And like I said, I think it shouldn't take me that long to get through. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. That was my December TBR. Hopefully when you see my December wrap up, it will have all of those included in it. It's all in good fun if I don't finish. There's always January. So let me know what is on your December TBR. I've also linked the end of the year TBR tag. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link that below, and you can enjoy some of the other picks that I have on there. So I'd love to see you back here. If you're new here, please subscribe, go ahead and like this video, and you can follow me on my social media. It's at WhatCassRead, the same as this channel, so you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, all one word. And you guys know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later.